This is for the birds. You want to know why I strength train at this stage in my life? I'll show you. So I can avoid this. And I can walk like this. Okay, this is a true story. You see this pole here? My husband bought me that pole last year for Valentine's Day. And I thought, what the heck is a woman my age gonna do with something like that? Then I remembered that age ain't nothing but a number. You know, when I look at myself in the mirror and I look past my silver hair and I look past my wrinkles and I look at myself deep in that mirror, you know who I see? Let me show you who I see. Age is a state of mind. Now, I don't know the age to hear this, but I'm going to share with you. Years ago, I thought this was what I had to look forward to as the years went by. But then I slowly started making better choices with my life. I started eating better. I started strength training and building my muscle. I started, you know, I started even embracing my gray hair and my wrinkles. And you know what I concluded? Let me show you what I concluded. You know, every now and then I'll see one of these young whippersnappers, and they're using this here ab roller thing, and they're putting it right there on their treadmill. They're working their abs. And I thought, man, if I was a few years younger, I'd give that a try. And then I remembered, age is a state of mind. You know, I want to share a true story with you. This happened to me just this morning. So I got up and I was tired. I didn't sleep good last night. To be honest with you, I didn't even want to get out of bed today. But I got up and I made myself a cup of coffee. And as I was drinking my coffee, the craziest thing happened to me. Let me show you. You see her right there? You see her? It was like when I was drinking my coffee, it was like I could hear her saying, you need to get up and seize the day. So you know what I did? Let me show you what I did. strong, stay healthy, and keep setting goals. You know, society keeps trying to tell me, little woman my age, you know, I've done the menopausal thing and now it's inevitable. I just got to accept that I'm going to get weaker. I'm going to get frail. I'm going to put on some extra pounds now that I've done that menopausal thing. And most likely I'm going to start forgetting stuff. But you know what I choose? Let me show you what I choose. I choose to come down here, strap on the weight belt, and forget that. And lift double my body weight. Because age is just a state of mind. You know, the other day I was reading an article and it was talking about grip strength being an indicator of longevity. And I thought to myself, I want to get me some of that longevity. So you know what I did? I'm going to show you what I did. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep setting goals. You know, today is a very special day. Today is International Women's Day, March 8th, 2023. And I just wanted to come on here and wish all of you beautiful women everywhere, and I mean everywhere, a happy International Women's Day. And I say, let's celebrate our silver hair. Let's celebrate our wrinkles. Heck, let's even celebrate our stretch marks we earned giving birth. So if I could just leave you with this quick reminder. Hold on, I'll be right back. We are so much stronger than we think we are. Until we meet again, stay strong, stay healthy, and have a beautiful day. This is a true story. This happened to me just this morning. I was drinking my coffee and I was scrolling and I came across this old man's test. And I thought, that's how they decide if a man is old? And then it made me think, well, how do they decide if a woman is old? And I thought, I better get to studying that test. So you know what I did? Let me show you what I did. You know, back when I was younger, I gave birth to 3 beautiful children, and I'm not going to lie, it's been a few years ago that I gave birth. But back then I kept hearing things about, you know, as I get older, my pelvic floor is going to get weak. And I thought to myself, I don't want a weak pelvic floor. I want to keep my pelvic floor strong. So, you know what I did back in my 30s and my 40s to keep my pelvic floor strong? Let me show you what I did. I just started finding different exercises to work on my pelvic floor. I did my Kegel exercises. And yes, so this is not in any way meant to be an instructional video. This is just to be an inspirational video and to encourage all of you, especially you younger women out there, to do your Kegel exercises. Always check with your doctor, of course, before starting any exercise program. So, just a friendly reminder, and you know, through the years, I've been led to believe that this is what aging looks like. But you know what I choose to believe aging looks like? Let me show you what I believe. I believe this is what aging looks like. Because age is a state of mind. You know, I wanted to come on here really quick today just to get something off my chest. So apparently I have offended a few of you, and you know who you are. I'm not going to mention names. I'm not here to humiliate anyone. My mama raised me better than that. But what I am here to do is just suggest maybe if you took all that energy that you're spending trying to tear somebody else down and just apply that to yourself. Set a goal for yourself. Set a goal and crush it. Yeah, that's what you should do with all that energy instead of wasting it trying to tear somebody else down. And that's all I got to say about that. And for all of you people who do understand my message and you're sharing my message, well, here's what I got to say to you. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep setting goals. Have a beautiful day. You know, I could just sit here and watch the days turn into weeks, and the weeks turn into months, and the months turn into years. But you know what I choose to do instead? Well, let me show you what I choose. I choose to set goals for myself and then go after them. Because you're never too old, it's never too late to set a new goal. You know, I've been asked now on more than one occasion if there's 2 women doing these inspirational videos, and it caught me. You're right, there's 2 of us. There's this woman you see right here. This woman that, this aging woman that society wants me to believe I'm becoming. And then there's my double. Let me introduce you to her. I'm just going to strip right down and I'm going to introduce you to that double that I've been using in all my videos. Because this is how she chooses to see herself as she's aging. Because age is a state of mind. You know, us women have been encouraged for years to iron. And, well, I just decided it was time. I've been using the same iron for years. And I decided it was time for me to, well, to get rid of it and get me a more beneficial iron. So let me show you what I did. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got me a new iron. Because you're never too old. And it's never too late. Iron. Keep ironing, ladies. You know, I'm entering my silver years and society says, well, I should be acting my age. And, well, I thought today while I was down here at the beach, I thought I'd try to act age appropriate. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll be right back. Because age is a state of mind. You know, I'm down here on vacation and, well, I'm walking along this beautiful beach and I know society tells me that a woman my age should be, well, I should be dressing appropriately for somebody my age, but, you know, I look at the beach and you know what I want to do? I just want to take this hot sweater off and I just want to let my hair down and I just want to throw these glasses away and I just want to jump in that water. You know, I've been on a journey for a while now trying to find that fountain of youth. And, well, I'm not going to lie, for the longest time I thought maybe I'd find it in here. It's not in there. And then I thought, well, maybe it's in that right over there. I couldn't find it in there either. But you know what? I think I'm getting really close. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I truly believe that strength training is the closest thing to the fountain of youth that there is. You know, when I was young, I thought this was inevitable for an aging woman. But as an aging woman, I realized exactly what is possible. I like to do things like this at this stage in my life.
so I can avoid things like this later in my life.
You know, I know there's women who don't want to be called grandma, and I've been thinking about that. And you know what? I think I figured out why that is. Because we've been led to believe that this is what a grandma looks like at the park, sitting on the park bench, watching the kids play. But you know what I gotta say? I say, move over, Granny. There's a new grandma in town. Do you know why I find fun ways to challenge my grip strength at this stage of my life? Woo! So that I can avoid things like this later in my life. You're telling me that you use things like this to help keep you from getting weak and frail as you get older? How? Oh, look at that old lady sitting over there. It's like she's just thinking back when she was young and was able to do things as simple as a hula hoop. Who are you calling old? Give me that thing. I'll show you some moves. There, how do you like that? Oh yeah? Well, what about this? Trust me, you don't even want to try this one. You know what? Maybe when you get to be my age, you'll be able to do it like this too. So I just got done reading this great article from the Mayo Clinic regarding your balance. And according to this article, how long a person can stand on one leg is a more telltale measure of aging than changes in your strength or your gait. So of course I wanted to give this balance test a try. So I'm gonna give it a try. Let's see how I do. I'm gonna come right over here. Just gonna put my foot up here. And I'm gonna lift this other foot up here. We'll just see how long I can stand here on one foot. It's kind of getting warm in here. I might take my sweater off. That's better. Let's get these silly pants off. See if I can do that without losing my balance. Well, maybe this hair is weighing me down a bit. Okay. That feels better. I will just see how long I can stand here on one leg. And in all seriousness, balance is so important. And definitely this, I am not encouraging anyone to stand on a busu ball and take their clothes off. But yeah, definitely find ways to work on your balance. Till we meet again, stay strong, stay healthy, and work on your balance.
I believe there's a superhero in all of us just waiting to come out.
Well, hello everyone, and how are you on this beautiful first day of December? It's a lovely day. And I wanted to come on here today as a reminder bear with me. As I was saying, I wanted to come on here as a friendly reminder that you're never too old and it's never too late to believe in the magic of Christmas. You know, I think it's time we turn this whole aging thing upside down. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
You're never too old and you're never too late to have a dream. Hey, old lady, how do you keep your legs so strong?
Well, hello there. Hey, I wanted to come on really quick today just to, share a little bit of my story with y'all. You know, when I was about 25 years old, this is what society led me to believe I had to look forward to when I was 65 years old. But do you know what I realized? Let me show you what I realized. Stay there, I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. I realized it's not my silver hair and wrinkles that's going to age me, but rather the loss of strength and muscle, and that is something I have some control over. Whew. You know, I keep hearing how important it is to work on your balance, especially as you get older. And well, I'm always trying to find ways to keep myself as youthful as possible. And so I thought I'd give this balance test or challenge a little try. So let's see how it goes. Let's see, I'm gonna lift my leg up. There we go. Not bad. Whew. I'm getting a little warm. I think I need to take off my sweater. Oh, that's better. That's better. You know what, maybe I'll just take these pants off. Let's see if I can do that without losing my balance. Yeah, let's just see. Let's keep that leg up there. Now don't you fall. Don't you fall. Good. That's good. All right. Well, let's see. While I'm up here, I think I'm gonna, let me fix up my hair a bit. Let me take my hair down. There we go. Well, you know what? I think I feel younger already. Till we meet again, stay strong, stay healthy, and keep working on your balance. Have a beautiful day. So apparently there is a trend going around right now for women over 50. And I decided I was going to jump on this trend, and I'll tell you exactly why I decided to do it. Because this is what society led me to believe I had to look forward to as an aging woman. But do you know what I have realized as an aging woman? Let me show you. I have realized that it is not my silver hair or my wrinkles that will age me, but rather it is the loss of strength and muscle. And that is something I have some control over. And by the way, I am not 50, I am 65. You know, some people might think that a woman my age shouldn't be doing silly, crazy things like this. But do you know why I like to challenge myself and do things like this? So I can avoid this later in my life. Now, I know I'm a senior citizen, okay? But does that mean I can't let my hair down and lose the frumpy clothes and, kick my shoes off and have some fun at the bar? Come on, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Now this is what I call aging backwards.
Well, sure I can. I know I can do this. I can lift this weight. Let me show you. Let's see. Let me see. I just gotta. I got it. I'm gonna get this. Let me see. I just gotta get down here. Let's see. Shoot. What is it? I'm forgetting something. Let me think. Now, what is it I'm forgetting? I got it. I was forgetting that I need to get rid of this image of what society wanted me to believe I had to look forward to as an aging woman. Let me see. There you go. Granny still got it. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep lifting weights.
Well, this is what society wanted me to
Today's my
believe.
birthday.
I had to
And
look
you know,
forward to.
growing
as I
up in
got
a
older.
society that told us we were over the hill by the time we hit our 40s, it's no wonder. When I was younger, I thought this is what I had to look forward to by the time I hit my 60s. But do you know how I choose to celebrate my birthday this year? Well, let me show you. I'll be right back. And this is how I'm celebrating my birthday. Get rid of this bean bag. So, until we meet again. Whoop. Gotta do it right. Okay, till we meet again. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember, age is just a number. You know, society wants me to believe that a woman my age should not be attempting to lift 310 pounds. But I say, what does age got to do with it? It's your strength. That's what's got to do with it. It has nothing to do with your age. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Age is just a number. You know, I'm going to have a birthday in 2 days. Yep, I'm going to be a whole year wiser. And you know, I've learned a few things about this body of mine through the years. And well, let me show you one thing that I've learned. Hold on, I'll be right back. have learned that if I use aids like this at this stage in my life to keep my bones strong and healthy, I can avoid aids like this later in my life.
You're never too old and it's never too late to embrace that Wonder Woman inside of you.
You know, now there just may come a time in your life when you may not be able to do these fun, crazy things that you enjoy doing. So you listen to me. You get out there and you do them while you can. You hear me? You know, I used to believe that, well, this is what I had to look forward to when it came to my balance and my stability as I got older. But you know what I choose to do instead? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll be right back. Because age is just a number. Look at that old lady. I bet she couldn't even do that broomstick challenge. Who you calling an old lady? Let me show you something. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Were you referring to this broomstick challenge? You know, some people like to hang their towels out. And then some people like to hang out on their toes. Do you know why I like to come up with fun ways to challenge myself at this stage in my life? Well, so I can avoid challenges like this later in my life. When I was young, this is what I thought I'd be capable of doing as an older woman. And here I am, an older woman, lifting 300 pounds.
This is what society led me to believe becoming a senior citizen would be like. Versus what being a senior citizen is actually like.